Okay, I think we're live. Hello, School of Self-Mastery. Welcome, 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 Mind Explorers. It's time to summarize the big launch by Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins. I promised you to give you a quick overview, a quick blueprint, and a summary of pretty much one of the greatest launches we had in the history of internet. And I'm saying it with full conviction because I get to see the results. You know, as an affiliate partners for them, we actually had been invited to the behind the doors, behind the curtain meetings to see how this strategy was broken down into steps, into single pieces. And they were giving us some tips and pretty much leading us through the whole process to see how it will end up after the challenge, right? So what I'm going to talk in a short video showing you how Tony and Dean attracted over 900,000 leads, okay? Again, 900,000 leads, all right? Almost 1 million leads within one single launch, all right? And over, like, I don't know, it's over because they're still calculating in a process, but it's going to be around 15,000 clients, okay? I'm going to pause over here. 15,000 clients with a single launch, okay? You hear this? Because that was unbelievable. That's nothing that you can compare to anything else. Nobody done that before, right? There's no programs like this that does these things, right? So I hope that it rings a bell and shows you that how big of a deal this is. But why I'm showing you this is not because you will go there and do 15,000 clients. But the cool thing about this thing is that you can shrink it down and use the same strategy that they do, but do it on your level, on your mini level, right? So wherever you are, you're starting, it's going to be your first time you do it, and probably you can, for example, bring in, I don't know, 20 leads and land 3 clients. If you're doing it for the 5th time, maybe you can bring 100 leads and land 20 clients, right? And so on, so on, so on. The process will be the same. So here it is, guys. Without further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you and show you this super simple thing. It might be oversimplified over here, and you might think, really? This is bringing 15,000 clients? This is bringing 900,000 leads? And the answer is yes. I've seen it with my own eyes happening in front of me. Right? So the challenge was Time to Thrive challenge. That was the launch. This is the whole process. As you can see, it has 3 phases, right? Phase 1 is a pre-launch. Phase 2 is the actual event, a launch, a 5-day event. And then 5 days of the close down sequence after the event before the cart is closed and the offer is off the table. Okay? So now we have altogether 33 days launch, right? That's the whole marketing strategy. 33 days it takes to do this and have these results. If obviously you are masters like them, but again, you can do it on your mini scale and mini version. And I've know people who done that already, including myself and some of my colleagues who are working with me right now. Okay, so in this first pre-launch sequence, 23 days. What you do is I just listed down the most important things, okay? But I'm not going to go into details over here because it's just an overview. So what you want to have is sort of like an army of affiliate. And if you don't have an army like Dean and Tony, maybe have 1 or 2, right? Just share it with somebody who trusts you and who can also help you market your thing, right? Let them have some revenue out of this thing. Tell them put some leverage on them. So they want to help you, right? It might be 1 or 2 people, and that's enough, right? We've done that right now with some of our clients. We had like I don't know, 15 people who are helping us, something like that, and it makes a huge difference, right? 15 instead of just you promoting. Okay, so affiliates, it's a 1. Now, what do you do is like what you do and what your affiliates can do as well, right? Because if you have affiliates, then they can just model you and do exactly the same thing. They go and speak in other people's podcasts. They go and speak in other people's show on YouTube channels or Instagram lives or wherever else, right? And they speak about this challenge that is coming in, right? It's a free challenge, by the way, right? 5 days free challenge. So you do this for 23 days, right? Going to podcasts, going to shows, then closer to the challenge, right? Maybe around, I don't want to, I would have to go ahead and check 1 second. I'm going to give you the exact number, right? So you're going to start running ads. You don't run ads from the very beginning of this pre-launch because that's burning your money. But starting from the ads are starting here. Okay, so that means within the next week. So it's the ads are running around 15 days. Okay, that's what it is. Around 15 days before your actual launch, you start running ads if you want. This is not required if you don't have a marketing budget. And actually, if you really like, if you have a very minimum the budget for marketing, maybe it makes more sense to relocate that budget into something else, like getting extra help, extra VA that will be helping you organically, rather than putting it on ads and then run out of money and won't be able to sort of like convert these people and take these leads all the way to the challenge, right? Then obviously around 10 days before the challenge, you also have to start hyping these people that you already collected from all these places. You want to drive that traffic, drive all these people into one place, which is a Facebook group, right? It's a Facebook group, even for Dean and Tony, and for 900,000 people, that would be a group. They also have a YouTube channel where they are serving people, right? But the main part is in the Facebook group. And obviously not all of them joined the group, but around 50–60% of people of these leads actually landed over here, right? So now you hype them, you prepare them, do some pre-training sessions in this group, and then finally you're going into the main event, which is, for them it was 5-day challenge. So this is the model of how you do 5-day challenge. You can also do 3-day challenge, which is another way. It's just a simpler way, right? But it's going to be very simple, right? So day one, what you do is telling about what it is that you're giving them, what it is that you're doing, and why is it working for you? Why is it going to be working for them? Why is it worth it, right, to do this thing? You're planting the seed, right? That's the hook. Now people, whatever your offer is, right, whatever your industry, whatever your niche, you planted the seed, you show them what you do, why is it worth to follow you and do it with you, right? Day two, you go into the strategy, the overall strategy. So in day two, you're actually explaining how that works, right? How you did it through your story, you explain this. What's the opportunity here, right? Like, what are the possibilities, how it can grow, okay? And then now they have like a general strategy. In day three, you're going deeper into tactics. Okay, in day three, now I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to actually do this thing as well, right? How it can work for you in particular, right? So in day three, I'm showing the what, I'm showing the steps, I'm giving the framework, the teaching framework, but at the same time, I'm putting a call to action over there, which is I can help you with that on a bigger scale, right? You can join my course, you can join my program, you can take my offer, so I help you better, like understand this better and walk you through these steps that I just shared, right? So this is sort of, it's not an offer yet, it's not a sales pitch over here. It's just like, boom, this is what I do other than this free challenge, right? This is how I can help you more. And it's just like people start to think about it, right? People start to have their thoughts around, oh, there's an offer, you know, is it good offer, not good offer? Is it actually for me, not for me, right? So they come for day four, and in day four, what they have is a social proof. They have other people talking about going through this process already and having the results on the other side, right? Social proof. Then day five, you have a recap. So it's similar, like day five is sort of like the whole 4 days all over again, but shorter, right? Faster. Again, repetition of the most important things from the why, from the how, and from the what to do, right? From the framework, and then a little bit of the social proof, and then you have offer stack. This is the pitch, right? The pitch from the stage. Now, some of you might think, okay, so this is the end, but the truth is that there is not the end of the launch, because there's an extra 5 days of this launch, and in these extra 5 days, this is the time when you're answering objections, nurturing logical buyers, right, who didn't buy from the stage, right, because they still had questions, because they still have doubts, they still needed some clarification, right? This is the time when you can do a bonus day, over deliver a little bit, right? Do more of the social proof. And in that case, their case, they put 2 of their most successful students from the previous courses that they had to show where they get, right, after taking the program and who they are now, right? So that was the bonus. And then you put some urgency, right, on it. This is it, guys. This is the last moment. Now it's for real. We're closing down. And if you're not going to buy it now, that's it. This offer is going away, at least within this offer stack, right? Because like I said, it doesn't mean that you're not going to sell any of this in the future. It only means that this particular offer stack is gone, right? With all the bonuses from the speakers, from whoever, like whatever else was added over here. And also it might be a special price, right? A special discount. This is not going to be like that anymore. You will be able to buy it later, but without this, without that, or with a different price. Okay. So here on the stage, we only get to the emotional buyers. Then within these extra 5 days, we're also reaching the logical buyers and the urgency, the FOMO buyers, we call them, right? Fear of missing out buyers. So for us, just to give you like a quick idea of how that works, we actually didn't sell a lot of people from the stage, right? Didn't have a lot of emotion buyers as affiliates, but we did a really strong close on the logical buyers, right? And these buyers that just didn't want to miss out, right? So I think at this point I can say it was 90% of our sales was the logical buyers and FOMO buyers. Only 10% bought from the stage, right? Which shows you the importance of the follow-up sequence, right? How important that part is, and how much you can just raise your conversion rate by doing this follow-up, right? And not just counting on the fact that, oh, I'm going to do an amazing show, right? Come up, serve from the stage, and then I'm going to show my offer and everybody will buy it right away, right? In most cases, it's not working like that, unless you're already really, really established coach. And in that case, maybe you have more chances to sell from the stage. But the more beginning coaches and the beginning stages, you actually really have to show people that you care for that it's not just for the show, and it's not just like a generic thing, that you will call them, you will follow them, you will talk to them, you will listen to their objections and see if it's actually a really good fit for them. And if it is, they buy it, right? They buy it because now. So that was pretty much it. This is how they did it, guys. This is how, and this is how you serve them through this event in order to land 15,000 clients at the back end of this. Okay, so hopefully this shows you the power of the launch, right, through a challenge. And if you guys gonna have any additional questions regarding this, or you want to learn a little bit more about how you can do it on a small scale, right? How you can do it when you just first start, right? The first little event. Maybe you don't even want to make a 3-day event, a 3-day challenge. Maybe you just want to have a 1-day workshop, right? Or a meetup on Zoom, right? Just a sort of like a webinar, people call it. I like to call it more of a master class, right? A free master class, right? So that's the same model, just shrink down to your current possibilities, right? I think we had like seven or eight people. I'm not sure exactly if it was with me or without me. So 7 or 8 in a room, and it was just one class, right? It took me like 1.5 hours to gather these people in this one room, and I was teaching them a little bit something about communication on social media, right? How they can do it better, how they can record videos on social media in order to attract some more leads to their business, right? And that was it for me. I landed 2 clients, right? I landed 2 clients, but not after the first one. I had to do it 3 times. It was the same thing that I was doing, but the first time I didn't do it right. It was like I was like stuttering and not really doing everything that was there in the blueprint. The second time I did it a little bit better, but my follow-up was very weak. And then the third time, I actually do it properly. And I had my 2 first clients. None of them bought from the stage. Both of them buy from me after I followed up with them after my little event, right? So that's pretty much how it worked for me. It can work for you as well, guys. It doesn't have to be that complicated. It doesn't have to be 33 days. If you don't want to do, a big deal out of it, you can start small. You can start with, inviting just few people into the room and practicing this whole thing in order to build this skill set, right? And have fun with it. And then just gain this confidence to go out there and find more people and do it on a bigger scale and eventually end up where Dean and Tony is right now. Okay, so this is it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully, we'll resume our sessions really quickly, and you will hear not just from me, but also from my other friends who are really doing pretty well in this business right now and growing exponentially at this point. Take care, Mind Explorers. See you next time.